Good, it's the Elden Bully here. I'm back. Back at it, doing my thing. Yes, I do know the way. As you can see, I got myself a fresh can of stream juice. Non-sponsored. But still, I like to indulge myself. You know what I mean? Our current location is over here by the isolated merchant shack and the isolated, next to the isolated merchant, um, south of Limgrave, basically. And I like the setting for the zombies and the wreckage aesthetic is very cool. Um, but yeah, we're more or less we're gonna be sticking to what we were doing last invasion, as far as in build and weapon choices. Um, I haven't really thought about too much as far as in switching up my setup because it works. Um, you know what I mean? It functions to the degree that I like. Um, can I make it function better or alter it to some degree? Of course I can. But you know, that all things with good time. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. We're off to our first invasion. Ogwin Dynasty Mausoleum. Oh boy, it's dark in here. Do I have any stones to make any light? I think I might have something. Yeah, I got a few. Nice. Okay, the marker disappeared. Something is going on. No matter what entails, I will prepare myself. Are they fighting the merchants? Well, so much for that, dude. Oh, waves of Gold William. I see. Let's give them a pot. Ha 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 ha. Well, you guys are kind of stuck there. Well, interesting. What? Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Not the direction I was hoping to go in. Well, there goes your friend. So it's gonna be a fair fight from this point forward. I would expect. I'm not sure. Could be wrong.
Hey.
I will bow. I will be somewhat honorable. Fire! Charge! Whoa, that moon veil got some real power to it. Oh, and so does my pot. Wah! Oh, GG, buddy. I like the build. Everything was going fantastically. But unfortunately, you just didn't get the W. I was really, you know, locked in. That's a good first invasion, everybody. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Shia Buff. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, dang it. Oh, man. Oh, the soundboard's pretty silly. It still makes me laugh. Um, I do have a topic for today's stream, and it's basically just going over my thoughts and feelings as far as in the TV show Pluribus, directed and produced by Vince Gilligan, his more recent project. And I gotta say, I like the show, but it's a little bit too slow of a slow burn. You know what I mean? Ooh, let's go! Whoa! Dishonest. Okay. By one. I would have made that an honor duel, but your buddy tipped the scales not in your favor. Oh, he got me. Oh man. Yeah. That L didn't technically register, but you know what I mean? You know, I got the host. Wasn't really aiming for the host, but a W under my belt nonetheless. But yeah, take my opinion with a grain of salt, and I really do mean that genuinely, as much as I can. Because I sat through those, I think it's 8. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 9. Kind of got the time, kind of, you know, time being a little bit of a back and forth kind of thing. It's I would have never have imagined Vince Gilligan show with a time being of big factor as far as in the story goes, as far as in how long it took for the infection to settle in and the earth to fall, that kind of thing. I understand that. Even the flashback scenes, you know? I mean, every show is gonna have flashbacks, of course, to some degree, you know? I guess it's almost unavoidable to some degree. If you're trying to say something narratively or whatever have you. I'm not a writer. I'm kind of making things up on the fly based on my own tastes and opinions and thoughts. And also, I'm not expecting Breaking Bad, and I'm also not expecting Better Call Saul here. Heck, I'm not even expecting X-Files per se. I am kind of to some degree, but those people who know Vince Gilligan's directorial history and that one kind of whatnot, you would also be savvy to know that he worked on the X-Files. I think that was one of his first projects that he did with Bryan Cranston. But yeah, enough about that. More or less, my main consensus, and I had a gripe, it would be this: it's telling a story, and yes, you gotta invest time into whatever kind of story you're trying to tell, right? But it's almost and I don't want to sound disrespectful, but it's gonna sound that way. So hold your horses, everyone, and that is it doesn't feel like it respects your time. It's like it takes forever. It takes forever to get things done, and it just drives me crazy. All right, we need to use a panda finger. We kind of got ourselves stuck here. This is weird ledge. I don't want to fall in to my doom. After saying something slightly negative, let's say something positive right away, right? Bravo, Rhea Seahorn. Her performance in the show is freaking immaculate. She deserved that Golden Globe. I can't say enough good things about that actress, or actor. You know what I mean? But that all being said, oh my gosh, they're just gonna gank me. It's Mr. Serpent Bull over here. It's really driving me bananas. Oh, he's a slippery one. Oh my goodness. Oh man. The freaking long range punish. That pressure was some real shit. Dang. Oh my god. Oh my god. They just spammed me with that dang. I was basically going up against the team from Night Rain. Oh man. A caster, an archer, and a melee main. Mostly, you know, I guess the great sword. It was a great sword. I could be wrong. It might have been a colossal sword, but regardless, that archer was annoying. All right. I have a tunnel invasion. Kind of restricts our space. So okay, first target has been visualized. Let's see if Sifu can handle Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Sifu. Yo!
Hey!
Whoa! That's spooky, man. Alright, you ready for an honor duel? Whoa, that hits pretty hard. Wha-bam, wha-bam. Wha-bam, wha-bam. Whoa! That took a little minute to process, but I pulled off the W. To some degree, it was a little bit uneven as far as in the, you know, certain aspects of the battle, but regardless, GG. They did their best. You know what I mean? And that's all you can really do in these kind of situations sometimes. Is just do the best you can. I couldn't see an improvement in that situation for them regardless. Now I'm really trying to hyperanalyze the whole thing. I like to put myself in the host shoes to see what I would do differently and also kind of hyperanalyze it so I have my own way of countering that kind of situation. Because it did get pretty dicey during that whole encounter. But once I took out his friend, it was basically over. Oh, I also gotta rid myself of a few of these things. I never really used the rune arcs as far as in like outside of invasions, unless I'm actually doing a whole playthrough. In that case, you know, I would say whenever you have them, use them. You know what I mean? Doing a playthrough, use rune arcs, please. Please use rune arcs as much as humanly possible. Because if you're not, you're literally just locking yourself out of a huge part of the game. What is this? What is this connection, buddy? Okay, well your friend looks like he's what? Well, as soon as I saw the host, you know, glitching out like that, I should have figured that invasion was not so well connected. Oh man, that sucks. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Okay, Peter, jeez. Oh my god, this soundboard is funny. And that's more plot development that we got in just a few seconds compared to how long it took to get things done in Pluribus. Oh my god. I'm gonna sound like one of those TikTok brain dead dummies that they always refer to in these so-called critics review. Okay, come on. You know me. Oh, punish. Oh, buddy. Well, there goes your friend. Now it's an even fight. Where'd you go? Are you running? Come on. I know you know my fighting style already. Come on. Oh, really? You need the distance? If you need it, okay. Okay. Going for a heal. Poke. Oh no. That hurts my feelings. You might pull out this win, dude. If you heal, I swear to God, dude. Ah! Oh, yeah, go ahead, do your thing, dude. You got off with this one. I should have gone for heal from afar, but I wanted to see what would happen. Honestly, they don't really always expect the follow-up charged heavy. They usually go off just the first part, thinking that that's the full thing. But, you know, it's a good feint. You know, don't be scared to charge that second heavy attack with your Rumi if that's the kind of build you're gonna go for. You know what I mean? Just cash in on your charged heavy attacks, and more likely than not, it will pay off. It will pay off big time. You won't regret it. Don't listen to them. It's true. It's true. True, I tell ya. Oh man. I think it might be the same dude. Yeah, it is the same guy. Interesting. Why do you, like I said, like, you don't see the second freaking... Ah! Yeah, you're doing a whole run with your friend. I will be back. I will invade you till infinity and beyond. As long as you two are hanging out, I'm gonna be a factor. So just take that into account, buddy. Remember that one. I've already got your number the first time around. You ain't that tough. Sure, you wanna spam a certain approaches? That's fine, as long as it works. Other than that, I can't really dog on you until I get you again. And once I do, you're gonna reflect heavy. But we're just gonna have to cross that bridge when we get to it now, won't we? Oh my goodness. But back on topic on what I was trying to talk about initially. The main idea of today's stream, as I would have to put it, you know, elementary terms. Pluribus was good. I really liked it. I liked all the actors' approach. There's certain aspects that are limiting, but I think they're part of the design 100%, of course. For example, the lack of people. And I've watched shows like Last Man on Earth, starring Will Forte, and that kind of approach. And still, I think it just feels so hyper minimalistic. For example, just going to the damn grocery store is a whole task and a half, and I get the whole idea of like trying to, you know, have a narrative based on like environmental storytelling elements. Well, there goes your friend. Oh, there goes your host. Success! Woo! Hey, I like the build so far. It was really tough for me to make a choice as far as in the wizard or the host, but the hostess was already chipped away as far as in the health, exploitive for a name, and the aggressive level was off the chart. So, you know, I just went for the charged heavy attack, for the range outside of just the fact that it's a really good attack, and it was long. It had enough length to tip that guy off, and it was over. That that damage is some serious stuff. Even if you get hit by just the last part of the charged heavy attack, you gotta watch out. Okay, okay. I'm before the. Oh, hey, Jenny 26, huh? I wanna be nice, but then I don't. Because I'm like, what's the point? Ah, score. Come on. Nice. Nice, nice. Good stuff, good stuff. A lot of heart. Could have worked on the approach, but as far as in, I think it's the fact that you're limited as far as in options when you just go straight mage, straight wizard. You know what I mean? Try to still have some level of physical defense at hand or at the ready. That's just a recommendation. But if you want to do a pure cast build, you have the freedom to do that. I really commend that approach as well. I from this point on in the stream, we're about 20 minutes in. There will be major spoilers for Pluribus. So if you made it this far, and you don't want to get spoiled as far as in the rest of the show, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, and like, and comment, share, all that good stuff. And without further ado, it's hard to talk about Pluribus without getting into the spoilers per se, because you need that narrative push. There is some development as far as in character development during the show, but it feels so gradual that it doesn't feel like actual story development. You know what I mean? It feels like we're taking half an hour to talk about something that would take like 15 minutes. Oh man, they're raining hell down on me. Really? Okay, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. More magic. Alright, I got some lightning. Lightning whip. Go ahead, heal up. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm not surprising with my sword. Wow. Hey, oh, you're bringing your friend back? Alright, that means I gotta end this. Roll catch, come on. Oh gosh, come on. Oh my lord. I like it. This pressure is real. Let's do this. Oh no, I'm over. I'm done. Cooked. No! I got too confident. Dang you. Good job, son, bro. Dang. I will return and I will have my revenge on you, hosty. Oh, wow. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Good job, guys. Good job. Fucking A. Oh, God. That it was still a painful loss, don't get me wrong. But you know, I have to just take that one on the chin because holy moly, it definitely worked really hard to get that my goodness. I mean, get that W. I got the L. Let me correct myself there. Dang. Ah. Oh my goodness. That last invasion, holy moly. Driving me bananas. Hmm. Oh, gravesite plate. Open world invasion? Hmm. It looks like it. Did I see movement? Or maybe I'm just seeing stuff. Yeah, I'm just seeing things. Because this is just a wall. A flat wall. Alright, let's use a little phantom finger magic and see if it takes us where we need to go. Crossing my fingers, you know what I mean? Hmm. Oh, man. I was so close to victory in that last invasion. Maybe if I just stuck to using my Rumi. Just overthinking. Hey, buddy. I know you guys see me. And I'm glad you guys are trying to pay attention. Bloody chicken wing guy? You gotta go. Oh! What the heck is that? Jesus. Ah, come on. Jesus Christ. This is very unoptimal. Oh, there goes the first guy. Even things out, that's for sure. I buff myself up against this magic barrage. And let's just go for broke. Whoa! Bam! Ooh! I know that must have hurt, that's for sure. I know I would be pretty upset given the circumstances. Thud just didn't consider that even though he was hyper poised and tanked up, he just didn't have enough to fully take on the truck, the semi truck that is my fully charged R2. So, you know, it's not an Ash war, so it's kind of weird for people to kind of counteract straight up. He did get me with that backstab. He opened up with really fancy moves. And the bloody chicken wing is not something to sneeze at either. That thing hits like a truck too. It bled me at least once or twice, and I got stuck for a whole minute. So I'm really surprised, more than anything. And yeah, surprised but happy, you know. True despair. Well, I'm already despairing based on the name alone. There must be some true despair. Interesting elevator trip that I'm gonna be taking here. I don't always trust the elevators. They're very hyper trap-like. they're summoning another guy. Oh, there they go. They have a Malakat cosplay. The Sombra over there looking like Granada. Oh, we have another guy. Hey, don't ignore me. Yes, let's fight in the water. Oh man, I can't wait for another invader to come through and even this fight. You go first. Oh, what happened? What freaking happened? It was all part of a strategy, huh? It was all just bait. I almost had him too. So if I was able to take him out with that first hit, which is still very possible, I would have still been able to tip the scales in my favor. Regardless, though, he caught me with that dang water plus dance, so I was kind of working with a stacked deck at that point. My hand was not good in that back and forth. Gotta work on my trading a little bit. Endure and defense is definitely the better way to go. Oh, that's just how I feel most comfortable, to be honest. But back on topic, I guess, as they say. Some people, as far as in their thoughts and feelings on Pluribus, are similar, of the similar camp of feeling like they're being cheated as far as the time. And don't get me wrong, Apple has produced some pretty good shows, and so has Vince Gilligan, and I can go on and on and on about glazing and whatever have you. But when we get down to brass tacks, it just feels... Oh, feels like that. Oh my goodness. I was running from halfway across that dang little pool of water blood, and I wasn't able to get close enough or do any damage. Dang it, they were really, really ready for me. And they were just spamming me with a bunch of dang lightning. Upset. Very, very upset. I am very upset. Ah, man. But yeah, I didn't. Another thing too is that I don't. There's still gonna be thoughts and opinions based on how people receive certain things. And I do kind of get. I am of the belief that these criticisms are kind of valid as far as in people saying, "Oh, well, you don't know what a slow burn is." This whole TikTok brain argument also kind of doesn't bear too much fruit when those same people are also on the algorithms and partaking of the juice. So, you know what I mean? It just feels disingenuous as far as the argument, a lot of whataboutism, and I want to just see more results. For example, Stephen King watched the show, and he made remarks. Nothing I would say would be negative, per se, but remarks nonetheless. Alright, well, there goes your friend. Ah, I stopped his moon. Oh! No freaking way. What is that iframe? What the heck? No freaking way. Come on. That was some one-sided garbage. Thank you for the bow, Mr. Crucible Knight. I had your number. You're so lucky that Blue came out from the freaking behind that little corner and basically took me down single-handedly. Holy moly! Even got me with the backstab on the runner on the back end. Oh, that hurt. That hurt for legit. That hurt. Holy moly! Ah man. Ah man. I was all like, and he was all like, nope. Dang.
That's pretty good.
No, they foulballed me. Oh well. It'd be like that sometimes. Uh okay. Here's an opinion. I'll try to go in sequence as far as in the order that of the episode based on like what I remember. Uh, Bear with me, I have mashed potato brains most of the time. But regardless, the opening of the first episode of the show did deliver heavy. In fact, I would even go off as much and say that most of the plot development happens within the first episode. After the first episode, things slowed down substantially. And I mean, almost, it feels definitely like the world stopped spinning. You know what I mean? In some ways, you could say that's what happens. Um, and there are other people who are of the same camp as Carol, and by that I mean like they are immune to the hive mind in the way that they've been able to assimilate others, which is an interesting concept. Um, and I like zombies and alien takeovers and stuff like that. So the whole possible outlier storyline, it bears fruit, but in some ways it feels kind of like copping out. What's going on? What is this? How are you like? What? What is this? Oh, I see. I should have expected that. That was really strange. Felt like a ghost. Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute.
That's how I was feeling. Oh my goodness. Um, I think the heaviest part of the whole show so far was the loss of Helen in the first episode. And I feel like it's just kind of brushed under the rug to some degree. And I think it's on by design, definitely. It feels that way. As far as in character, Carol as a character and her approach to problems reminds me still a lot of Kimmy as far as in the avoidance strategy of not addressing these heavy emotional topics to some degree because they are just as painful to her as they are, you could say, to the hive mind. So with that being said, I see you, buddy. And they're not gonna let you get to me that easy. Yeah. Oh man, oh man! Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry, Garnish. I feel so bad. That was just, I did you dirty. Oh, man, basically did a little bit of a damage test on you. Holy moly, 1900 damage. Amazing. And caught a mid-ash war. Technically didn't even get a chance to put a dent in my armor, you could say. But yeah, going back to talking about Pluribus and Carol's avoidance strategies and whatever have you. Well, again, spoiler alert, whatever have you. She ends up sleeping with her chaperone, is what they called her, Zosha, and she kind of uses her as a substitute for Helen in some kind of way, but that facade doesn't last too long. Fortunately, unfortunately, you know what I mean. Um, you actually, you know what? Maybe it did last longer than it should have, considering that it just didn't work out in the end, regardless. And we, Carol should have seen that coming, as far as in the reality of the situation. This is not a normal. It was not a normal situation to begin with, buddy. You gonna run? Oh, he disconnected on me. Without your little friend, you couldn't put up, so you just shut up. Okay, understandable. As they say, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I guess that refers to playing Elden Ring. Holy moly, really? Turn tail. I should have, just been a freaking savage and tore him to shreds. But no, I showed just that little glimmer of mercy through just sure. I guess you could say I was really feeling myself, But regardless, he just disconnected. That is something right there. Very wizard-like behavior. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Race at the Hollow Tree. Oh, they're gonna fall. Yeah, they fall on me right away. I knew it. I should have seen it coming. Oh my goodness. Well, let's talk a little bit, I guess, about the other characters outside of Carol and Helen, because technically they are kind of like one character, because Helen passes in the very first episode. So the one person that has the most actual, real, tangible memories would be Carol, even though Helen is technically part of the hive mind in some weird way, because her memories were still kind of uploaded before her passing, or during her passing, or what triggered her passing. It's hard to say exactly how this all works, but the long and short of it being, Carol and Helen are a thing. They're like one and the same. I should have crafted. Ow! Alright, this could work out for you guys. This is dangerous. Okay, okay. Oh. Oh. That was an interesting back and forth. That was really crazy. I've never had such a tight space battle, and I really couldn't do any of my charged heavy attacks, so I had to rely on my R1 spam combo, and which still worked pretty well, not gonna lie. Better than I could have hoped. It has a lot of priority as far as employed damage, which is good. It makes me happy, especially when you're a wizard and you're rocking like the full Snow Witch outfit, which is good for damage but bad for protection. So, you know what I mean? Yep, yep. Oh my goodness, I know a lot of these soundboard choices are not quite on topic, but I would like to think that you still enjoy them. Okay, they're up there. And I know they know I'm here, so the real question is if they're gonna be willing to join me. Sunflower boy gotta go first. Come on, Billy. Really? Did not put up much of a fight once his friend was basically toast. You know, it's just like what the you know. You have a friend and he avenged the guy. He put up his sword in your name and you just give up. What a shame. You know what I mean? To that degree, that's actually a little bit reflective to how my attitude was with watching Carol kind of divulge into this puddle of sad loneliness, which is saying something because technically her character started that way. Um, Not to criticize people who do drink as a way of unwinding, but Helen seemed to think that it was taking issue during certain events in their journey as a couple and their choices and whatever have you. The long short of it is that Carol's drinking, I think, could have it technically saved her, but it's also damaging the situation that she's finding herself in because she's choosing to use that as most of a remedy for a lot of the pain that she's going through, which is understandable. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's hard to watch the people that you care about, let alone a fictional character that you care about, destroy themselves in such a manner. You know what I mean? You kind of hope that they have a grip enough to kind of keep themselves from falling too deep into that way of remedying their sadness. Um, for example, there's that guy, one of the 12 that is immune, and he ends up being catching up with Carol after the fact, and I'm so sorry. His name escapes me. I think he's Indian. But the long story short of it is that I don't like him as an individual, but he is a good person, which is hard to pull off in certain ways as far as in writing and the acting a character, especially like that one. And the reason I don't like him is different from like what I guess maybe other people might not like him for. For example, I and this might sound a little hypocritical to some degree, but it feels a little weird that he has such a intimate relationship with the hive mind in such a nonchalant way. It paints it really as performative, and he's aware of that. It's almost like I want to assume that he was not a con artist before the joining. Open up. No! Dang. Should have seen that coming. A lot of explosions. They earned that W. That's for sure. Oh man, I gotta watch out, man. Today has not been a very good day for me as far as in my invasions. Some have been good, don't get me wrong, but I've been. I think the L's are a little bit on the heavier side as far as in this particular episode. My W's need to go up. My ratio is off. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm playing a part as an educational tool to my fellow community as far as in Elden Ring and invasions and their interactions with other people. I know I'm not the first invader they have to encounter in their journey. And I certainly won't be the last. So, let me contribute. Okay. Definitely on the top part of this ladder, I'm gonna guess. Yes, I was right. Wha-bam, wha-bam. Wha-bam. Oh, there you go. Well, I had no choice but to roll off of that one. Is he really just gonna stay up there? Wow. Oh, he bled me to death. No way. Nah, ladder troll. He got me. He got me. I got your friend though. That's something. That's 50%. That's still enough, but still. Ah, dare you! Ah, I should have gone up there with a better plan. Just tank it. At least go topped up, full health. You know what I mean? But live and learn. Did not live through that, but I will learn. Definitely learn. Return to that fellow. I know the place, and you know the time. So.
Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
Oh my goodness, my choices in soundboard is weird. DS3 was better. Oh no, 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 no. A land speeder. Interesting. Okay, we have some interesting stuff going on over here. I was planning on not helping out the red, but I will regardless. Oh, well, there he goes. Oh! Bye, guys. Hey, is the host really still alive? No way. No, he's gone. No, he's still alive. Holy moly. Really? I didn't know you could survive that. How is he doing that? Oh. Interesting. I like his approach. This is an interesting fight. Holy moly. This is an interesting fight, but dang, this is getting really dangerous. Is he really still alive? Holy crap. Yeah, okay. Jesus, he's gonna actually outplay me here? This is baloney. Yep. Oh, god dang it. That's what I should have. That's what I get for post-ceremonial celebration. And I took out my red, so I nerfed myself here. Shit! Fuck! Damn it! Me and old boy both hit the dust, but I didn't get the host, which was the main goal. Dang! GG's on you, hosty. I will be finding my way back to you. Oh, how dare you! How dare you outplay me, dude! Oh, god damn it! That drove me freaking bananas, man. Man, I was so close to that W, I could taste it. Ah, man. Ah, man. I can't believe that host was able to run me through that dang weird lift contraption. I should have kept that into mind too. I dropped them a few times. I had just assumed that that was a full drop off that cliff. Ah, man, I can't make that kind of mistake again. I followed them the second time through, but once he brought back his son, bro, it was kind of, I was already out healed. So, ah, man, I crippled myself. Damn it. Should have kept DS3 on me, but nope. Ah, man. Ah, man. It's still driving me freaking crazy right now. I can't believe it. I will get my revenge. Maybe not now. Maybe not tomorrow. But I will return. Okay, something's going on. The door is still closed. Okay, they're downstairs 100%. And oh, they took out the red. Oh, that wasn't red. Well, it was nice to meet you guys, Highstone and host. Oh yeah, sure. Your host had no health and you didn't even go in there. You ran, you gladiator wannabe. Yeah, a whole great shield and you turn tail. Please. I swear to God. Maybe he didn't mean to emote pointing down. He meant it. He knew what he was emoting. Heck, I make mistakes sometimes, but it's rare that it's a point down mistake. That was like at the top of the emotes. But I will say one thing. I think a lot of people overlooked one very big factor as far as a plot thread that has been dangled before us, and that's the fact that, oh boy, the Indian dude that I was referring to from the show Pluribus has the football, the nuclear launch codes, in case anything ever did happen. But he brought it up in conversation with the hive mind during our meeting in the dinner party, so nonchalantly to the point where they just laughed it off like it wasn't a big deal. I caught it though. Really? I will make you regret that. I don't know why you did that. You had a chance. Whoa, full combo. Here's mine. Bye, buddy.
Hey.
GG's. That was a good fight. Interesting. As far as in taking damage and testing out my actual build, as far as in my HP levels and whatever have you. My vigor level is pretty good. As long as I'm not getting one shot by these fellows, I'm good. And I did technically flask up to some degree, you know, Crimson Amber and whatever have you. But you know, that still could have gone any other kind of way. So, you know, that was a good approach so far. And I bring up that whole nuke launch code thing from the show because it becomes another plot relevant thing, I guess, in parallel to what Carol chooses to do at the very last couple of minutes of the show, which kind of does feel a little bit out of nowhere, where she just doesn't drop the bomb, but she drops the bomb. You get it? You know, she gets a bomb and she tells everybody that she has a bomb. So it's like, what the heck are we doing here now? Like, it's like it feels like the Cold War. You know what I mean? No, don't you run on me. Don't you dare run away from me, guys. Oh, whoa. Fools. It was part of my plan the whole time. Uh-oh, take the elevator. Whoa. Ooh, slippery devils. I like their approach so far. It's working. What is this? What is this miasma? It looks like I got the host. That connection was bananas. I got him though. What the heck happened? What the heck was that? Oh, I'm telling you. Well, we reached the hour mark, and you know how I like to wrap things up around that time. I think I've made my points as far as the Pluribus. I recommend it regardless. If you have time and you want to invest yourself into a show, give it a try. Make your own opinions about it. But do take what I say with a slight grain of salt, and just know that maybe Squid Games is your thing. You may not like Pluribus. Just saying. And the fact that it's going to be till 2029 that we're not going to see a season 2, possibly, if anything, it's really puts a damper in my mood as far as in the future of the show. But we'll see. Congratulations, Rhea, and everybody else who's worked on the show. You still have a big fan in me. And shout out to Pluribus one last time. Thank you guys for joining me. I usually don't have to say this, but I'll say it regardless, and I'll say it within this. I should have said it earlier. Like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. Thank you one more time, and I'll see you guys real soon. All right? You guys have a good one.
Hey.
Bye.